Hello.
Hello, how are you? Looks like the net connection is not doing that great. I can see quite a few familiar faces though. Uh, Hello everyone. Hi Abhi. Hi Kalpesh. Hi. Hi Akash. Hi Amar. I'm so glad all you are here. I hope your lockdown is doing great. Hi Hardik. Looks like we have all net issues.
It's okay, as we discussed earlier. It happens.
It happens. Yes.
How are you?
How are you doing?
I'm
I'm
good.
good.
I'm good.
So, a quick introduction about you from by you would be great for everybody. So, how about
Okay.
you just tell us how you landed up becoming a trainer, then a master trainer, and how long has your journey been in this field?
My journey has been around 13 years. I have 13 years of experience in fitness industry. Before this, I was pursuing engineering, BSc and I was a
Okay.
computer freak. But some experiences landed up me introducing myself into gym, and then I started working out, and then something went in my mind with science and fitness, and I started pursuing for fitness. I started as a trainer, a general trainer, from the salary around 6,500, and then I was a master
Okay.
trainer. I was promoted as a regional fitness manager. I have also been lecturing for certain institutes of fitness. Now I am a freelancer who majorly does is lecturing and at the same time consultation of nutrition and fitness.
Wow, that's quite a long journey. So, Amar here says anyone who does well starts first with being an engineer. Okay. Uh, Looks like we have quite a few engineers here.
Yeah, there are a lot of,
Okay.
in fact, there are a lot of
Yeah, tell me.
people from engineering background who I don't know are sitting to fitness. Because when I was regional manager for Talwalkar handling 13 branches, I used to get lot of people who are engineers, who are CDAC, who wanted to apply for a trainer. I don't know why, but I think that was their passion. So even I have lot of people online from my channel or the my ID. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Wow. Okay. Uh, I'm a nutritionist. I've done my graduation in nutrition. And immediately post my graduation, much before my results came out, I started working with Talwalkars.
Hmm.
That was my first job. Post which I've done my MBA, my master's in nutrition. I worked with hospitals, gyms, done several certifications like diabetes educator, nutrigenomics.
Hmm.
Currently, I run my own clinic in Borivali and
Okay.
I do one-on-one nutrition coaching for
Hmm.
both sports nutrition clients and clinical clients. So
Okay.
that's how I work. Apart from that, I work with hotels.
Hmm.
I work on the culinary teams for hotels.
Hmm.
I write for a lot of people for
Hmm.
magazines and newspapers. So that's the kind of thing that I do.
Oh, that's great. How much experience do you have altogether since you became a
All
nutritionist?
over 10 years now.
10 years. Okay, you're junior to me.
Let's just say, okay, Junior, I'll take that.
Kidding.
That's okay. So, before we move on to our actual session, I had this interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
So, Ashutosh asked, do trainers have cheat meals? And if they do,
Mm-hmm.
what is the one food that you've been craving through your lockdown?
I generally am an ectomorph. So ectomorph is a type who are relatively leaner. They have they are low in fats and they are low on muscles. Okay, they take lot of
That's the
time to.
reason I'm always jealous about you.
Yeah, so it takes a lot of time to gain muscles as well as gain fat. So when it comes to cheat, technically, for myself, I generally eat rice and lot of animal source food, which has a lot of protein. So it does not actually mean when I cheat, I always cheat. I mean, 365 days. I just make it sure that I get my protein intake right, and I just make it sure that I don't eat fried food. So as far as I am concerned, there are no cheat days, or all 365 days are my cheat days. But I think a lot of trainers, when they go for a cheat day, they try and eat a lot of fried food, lot of desserts, lot of sweets, which they crave since a lot of decades.
Yes. So yeah, he basically eats all the good food,
Yes,
being an ectomorph, and
all
makes
good.
people like us who meet him jealous when he orders lot of food and he's busy eating, and you're just observing, okay, ये बंदा कितना खाता है?
Yeah, I eat a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I'm telling people a little secrets about you. So, okay. Before I take the questions here, I would like to know your definition of fitness. Is it only about looks? Is it about how you feel? Is it about your performance? How would you define fitness as a trainer?
As a trainer, I would define fitness as everything about looks, about performance, about feel. In fact, whenever I am in my classroom, I always tell my student is fitness is physical and mental performance, especially. It is not aesthetic. Aesthetic is a byproduct. यानी कि अगर आप परफॉर्म अच्छा कर पा रहे हो, आपकी रोज की फिजिकल एक्टिविटी आप अच्छे से कर पा रहे हो, इफ यू आर एबल टू डू योर वर्क वॉट एवर यू आर अ सीए, यू आर अ सेल्समैन, you have to run from one place to another, you travel by train, you travel by bus, you are in rush, whatever physical activity you do, if you are a swimmer, if you are a sports person, if that physical activity you are able to do at ease, that means you are fit. Generally, fitness in fitness industry, or lot of people, or the people who are online, I'm sure they understand is fitness का मतलब है मैं लीन हूँ, मेरे सिक्स पैक एब्स है, मेरे पास टमी नहीं है, मेरा वेट बहुत ही कम है, बीएमआई, बीएमआर, etc etc. तो people understand is if I look like Tiger Shroff, I'm fit. लेकिन उनको समझने की
Correct.
ये जरूरत है कि टाइगर श्रॉफ जैसा परफॉर्मेंस होना फिट बोलते हैं. अगर टाइगर श्रॉफ को एस्थेटिक नहीं है और परफॉर्मेंस होता तो भी वो फिट होता. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, आई कैन टेक ऑफ विराट कोहली. आई मीन लॉट ऑफ पीपल फ्रॉम आवर इंडस्ट्री, फिटनेस इंडस्ट्री अंडरस्टैंड इज having a body like a Greek god, that means fit. अगर मुझे मसल डिफाइन प्रीडोमिनेटली डिफाइंड है, रिप्ड हूँ मैं, बहुत बड़े मसल्स है, तो मैं फिट हूँ. नो, आई एम सॉरी टू से दैट यू आर नॉट फिट, यू आर एस्थेटिकली प्लीजिंग. आपका एस्थेटिक अच्छा, दिखने में अच्छो. फिटनेस मीन्स physical and mental performance. Physical performance, I'll give example of Virat Kohli, because from my perspective, he's not aesthetically that great. He is good, but it's not
Correct.
great. But if you generally people see cricket, okay, so whenever they see cricket, they can understand that he's on the leaner side, but at the same time he can perform very well. So there are a lot of things goes in something like endurance, stamina, flexibility, reaction time, strength, agility.
Correct.
So ये सारी चीजें अगर आपके अंदर है, जो ये सारी चीजों को फोकस करेगा वो फिट बनेगा. Otherwise you will just end up doing is ripping your body and showing your body over Instagram and getting a blue tick, but you won't be fit.
So basically, what you're trying to say that you could be aesthetically good looking and pleasing, but that doesn't mean you will be fit. At
Yes,
the same time, you could be fit and aesthetically pleasing. So there are a
Exactly.
lot of options there. So you need to have a very clear definition about what is fitness,
Correct.
which I think a lot of people don't have today, because
Mm-hmm.
whenever even people come in for consultation to me, they're like,
Mm-hmm.
their goals are like, मुझे सिक्स पैक चाहिए, टमी फैट कम करना है,
Mm-hmm.
6 महीने में होगा क्या, 2 महीने में होगा क्या, and it's like negotiation. So yes, I do get it.
In fact, I
I
have
had
people. I have.
Mhm.
I mean, I had client who came to me saying कि मेरी शादी है 3 महीने में और I am 90 kilos and I need to be 60 kilos. I'm like, okay, we'll
Oh, yeah.
manipulate with the weight machine.
So that is one thing I also would like to point out. Like
Mm-hmm.
when people come with deadlines and
Mm-hmm.
targets,
Mm-hmm.
sadly, when it comes to health and fitness, you can't keep those targets. I mean, you have to create realistic targets,
Right.
but you can't come with कि इतने टाइम में मैं इतना कम करूंगी या इतने टाइम में इतना कम करूंगी. It doesn't work that way. And you're only waiting to be dejected if it's not happening. And
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people go into depression because, they come with the goals कि 2 महीने में मुझे इतना कम करना है, and then they don't get to go in that
Mm-hmm.
digit.
Mm-hmm.
They land up in depression कि नहीं हो रहा है मुझसे, नहीं हुआ, मैंने सब कुछ किया, I starved, I did extra exercise. And I think that's a big problem that people need to address.
I think somewhere or the other, media is very much influential on people because if you will see media, they will connect fitness with aesthetic. And I'm sorry to say, but even Instagram influencer,
Yes.
people with a million, billion, thousand likes, they just do is they show their workout and how fit they are aesthetically. They don't show performance, to be honest. They just show strength. मेरा strength कितना बड़ा, आज 1 प्लेट से वर्कआउट कराओ, कल 5 प्लेट से वर्कआउट करूंगा, परसों 5,000 प्लेट से. That is just a part of fitness. Yes, aesthetic is a part of fitness, strength is a part of fitness, but there are a lot of things other than aesthetic and strength. Okay, people just focus on strength. मैं जिम जा रहा हूँ तो मेरी बॉडी क्यों नहीं बन रही? अरे भाई, मैं जिम बॉडी बनाने, मसल्स बड़े हो जाए उसके लिए नहीं जा रहा हूँ, और बहुत सारी चीजें होती है. अरे ये जिम में ऐसे क्या क्या करते हैं बगैर वेट्स के, ये क्या करते रहते हैं? So people don't understand that. So that is also because of RD of this Instagram influencer and media, which should not be there.
I
There
agree.
should be someone who should understand that we are morally very responsible when we talk about fitness. We should make them understand. लेकिन हम क्या करें? हमारे पास नॉलेज नहीं, हमारे पास सिर्फ एस्थेटिक है, तो हम हमारे मसल्स और एस्थेटिक दिखा के लोगों के लाइक्स लेंगे और फिर वैसे ही लोगों का वर्कआउट और न्यूट्रिशन प्लान करेंगे.
And that's when they come up with policies like 5 kg loss in 1 month,
हाँ.
money back policies, guarantees and warranties and whatnot schemes. Yeah.
I have seen an ad which says कि क्या था वो, कुछ शादी रिलेटेड. I mean वही जो मैंने बताया आपको एग्जाम्पल कि 3 months में XYZ kilos lose करो. So something like marriage package, couple package for marriage. I'm like, what's that? अच्छा, मतलब 15 साल से हम फैट लिए घूम रहे हैं, हम एस्थेटिक में नहीं है, हमारे पास परफॉर्मेंस नहीं है, और हम चाहते हैं कि कोई इंस्टाग्राम इन्फ्लुएंसर हमें 3 महीने का पैकेज बेचे और उसके अंदर हम 25, 30, 5,000 किलो वेट लूज कर देवाओ, और आपको लगता है आप फिट भी बन जाओगे.
I have a question here for
I am very disappointing to your crowd. Your crowd doesn't like me, I'm sure.
No. My crowd is very, very chilled out and they know
Okay.
how I work. So इतना दिक्कत तो में नहीं आएगा.
Okay.
I have a question here. Which protein is good, class 1 or class 2 protein? So I'll answer that. Class 1 is definitely good, but it's not always about the class. It's also about your food choices. If you are a vegetarian, what choices you can make and what choices you can't make, that also comes into picture here. So yes, class 1 protein is good. In vegetarian class 1, you will have whey, you have other proteins now are coming in combination that I'm talking specially about the supplement like pea protein, rice protein combination, which then make up to a good composition. But if you are taking class 2 protein, you need to take it in a combination. So that way you are getting all the amino acids that you require. So it's not really, if you are very particular, you can take class 1 protein. First thing, go in for class 1 protein. But if you are someone who is vegetarian, following religious protocols, and there are limitations, whatever resources you have, even if it's class 2 protein, try good permutation combinations where you're getting all your amino acids there. Would you like to add on something? I'm sorry, I let you speak.
Not much. What I would say is, as we know that class 1 is the better option. If you don't have any religious fight going on in your mind, you can switch it to class 1 protein. Or class 1 protein mostly consists of animal source, if I'm not wrong. मतलब कि आपको जानवर खाने पड़ेंगे, टू बी ऑनेस्ट ले लैंग्वेज में. अगर आपको ज्यादा दिक्कत है रिलीजन से और आपको नहीं कर सकते तो आई डू अंडरस्टैंड. लेकिन अगर आपको ऐसा है कि प्रोटीन जो बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट है आपके बॉडी में जाना चाहिए, so you need to switch to class 2 protein, sorry, class 1 protein. My bad.
That's okay. So yeah, so if we're talking about class 1 protein, you have whey that comes first. You have all the non-vegetarian sources, eggs, chicken, meat, fish. And for the vegetarian sources, you have soybean, you have pea protein, you have pulses, dals, you have a lot of things. So it's basically your food choice and your fitness goal that would determine what you need to take.
Aditi, I would like you to elaborate people a bit more in a lay language what is class 1 and class 2, not too technically, but at least they can understand or they can differentiate between class 1 and class 2.
So there's something called as the biological value of the protein. When the biological value of the protein is about 100, basically, or nearing to 100, it will come in the class 1 protein. It basically has pretty much all the amino acids that are required for the body. So that would include, like I said, your whey, which is 104, the egg, chicken, fish, the white meat, all of these groups. Whereas the class 2 protein mainly includes the non-vegetarian one. They have incomplete protein sources, amino acids basically. And that is why you need to have them in combination. Right, like for example, the common example that we give is your dal chawal example. That gives a combination of a complete protein. So you need that balance. But that's about it. I'm getting quite a few comments from your end.
Okay. And what's that? It's regarding fitness or nutrition?
No. All good comments on fitness. Yeah.
Okay. मेरे लिए और क्या आ सकता है? मैड आ सकता है कभी?
ये जाने दो, मैं अच्छा बोलने नहीं वाली तुम्हारे लिए. सभी तो अच्छा बोलते हैं. The Food Talk says, it was my first time to listen to you and I'm glad that people out there who still understand fitness and nutrition. Thank you. Imran says, I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm pronouncing your name right, but sir, during this period, many people are not able to consume class 1 protein, especially areas like Borivali. If you're from Borivali, you get everything in Borivali. You will get everything. You're getting chicken, you're getting eggs, you're getting fish, you're getting dal. You just need to know where to get it from. And you can just send me a DM. I'll even send you the link of the places where you're getting everything.
This question actually is for me because I crib with lot of my people saying that I'm not getting the class 1 protein, and because of the hygiene issues, you know how the Borivali market is, so I don't go to the market and malls like Reliance and lot of things which I am scared to enter during this pandemic. I don't go. So this is the result of my crib to them. that in our area we don't get it so easily. I think in my area, if you know, you don't get it easily.
You don't get?
In my area, you don't get it easily. You have to travel a bit.
Yeah, but there are places now in Borivali which are actually delivering hygienic stuff to your place and they are reasonable also.
बोरिवली से ज्यादा जाना नहीं, घर वर डिस्क्लोज मत करना, सब लोग घर पे आ जाएंगे पूछने के लिए.
अरे यार, तुम भी यहीं के, हम भी यहीं के, इसीलिए तुम लोग को बोल दिया कि कहाँ पे.
बाकी सब यहीं के नहीं है ना, यहीं के हो जाएंगे फिर.
Specifically about ma'am, there is a lot of confusion about protein because according to clinical nutrition, second class protein is good. Okay. And if we go with sports nutrition, they say first class protein is good. I don't know where you've heard in clinical nutrition that says second class protein is good. I really don't, because I have studied clinical nutrition in my graduation and masters, and we have been taught this simple fact that class 1 protein is good. No matter what the condition, class 1 protein is the first choice we make for any individual, unless there are certain limitation. Like I mainly said, if there's a limitation of food choices, you're vegan, you have religious bondages, you have personally made certain food choices, only then there dikkat aa sakti hai, varna I don't think there is a problem. Okay, K11 is not a degree college. You want to answer something, Hardik?
No. Can I add a bit? I think then question is asked by Ashwin Mishra. So the class, okay, protein because according to clinical nutrition, second class protein. I think second class proteins are good, but the class 1 protein are best. So it's all about efficiency. यानी दोनों में से बेटर क्या है? अगर हमारे पास दो चीज है तो उसमें से जो अच्छी चीज हो, ज्यादा अच्छी चीज हो, वो हम चूज करते हैं. सो इन दिस केस व्हाट आई से इज इट्स अबाउट एफिशिएंसी. So if you compare class 1 or class 2, I'm sure class 1 protein is best. I've not studied clinical nutrition, but all I can say is if you have reference regarding any book of clinical nutrition which says class 2 protein are good, matlab you I think trying to compare class 1 and class 2. Are you trying to say that class 2 is better? If you have any references, please send across, because I have not come any references which says class 2 is better. I think class 1 is any time better. Yeah, all yours.
Absolutely. So yeah, like I said, we've also been studying the same in clinical nutrition, where class 1 is always considered better, and that's always the first choice. Especially in cases of sports nutrition, people who are doing gym, strength training, resistance training, class 1 is always our first choice in terms of protein. So I don't think wherever he's read, either he's misunderstood it or it might be in correlation to some other concept.
Exactly.
So you'll have to clear it out as to what you are looking at. I had a question that was specifically for you. How often does a person need to do cardio?
Now, when it comes to how often, all I can tell you is there is something which is known as assessment and programming. Assessment यानी कि आपको एक तरीके से fitness test लेना पड़ेगा. Right from a person's psychology, right from a person's confidence regarding doing a conventional or non-conventional physical activities, right from their postural assessment, right from their movement pattern assessment. There are a lot of assessment which comes into play. Strength kitna hai, stamina kitna hai. In your question, it is about cardio. Cardio basically helps you to increase stamina of your heart and stamina of your muscles. So कार्डियो हम करते हैं हमारा स्टैमिना इंप्रूव करने के लिए. आई एड टू इट कि बहुत सारे लोग समझते हैं कि कार्डियो विल हेल्प यू टू रिड्यूस फैट, विच विल, बट लाइक आई टॉक अबाउट एफिशिएंसी, दोनों में से बेटर कौन सा है? तो स्ट्रेंथ ट्रेनिंग, रेजिस्टेंस ट्रेनिंग और वेट ट्रेनिंग इज वन ऑफ द बेस्ट ऑप्शन टू लूज द फैट परसेंटेज. व्हेन यू टॉक अबाउट कार्डियो, आपको हार्ट और लंग्स और मसल्स का स्टैमिना बढ़ाना होगा, परफॉर्मेंस बढ़ाना होगा। तो ये हम तब प्लान कर सकते हैं या तब बता सकते हैं कि कितना करना चाहिए जब हम उस बंदे का असेसमेंट कर ले एंड्योरेंस का। There are something which is known as you need to check resting heart rate. There is something which is known as target heart rate. There is something which is known as ventilatory threshold. बहुत सारी चीजें होती है, वो चेक करने के बाद we'll be able to test. Generally, a conventional classic program of fitness industry in India is as such कि alternate days cardio करो, एक दिन weight training करो, एक दिन cardio करो, which should not be the case. Why? Because if somebody who is an endurance athlete, मैं उसे ट्रेडमिल पे अगर 6 की स्पीड पर alternate days आधा पौना घंटा 45 minutes रन कराओ, that will be a sheer stupidity because he is an endurance athlete. He won't be able to make any profits from it. So in that case, I need to understand the lifestyle pattern, the nutrition pattern. Yes, nutrition goes hand in hand with exercise time. So I need to exactly understand what are the goals, and then I should guide him with the training pattern. So कार्डियो कभी करना चाहिए, उसके लिए आपको मेरे पास आके असेसमेंट करवाना पड़ेगा.
So basically, this calls for a combined work where you and me come and work together.
Exactly. Nutrition and strength training or resistance training or any kind of physical training goes hand in hand.
Absolutely. And it's always important that you work in sync with your trainer or nutritionist so that you are all on the same page and you all can get better and faster results that you're looking for.
Yes.
One question
I need to add it a bit. ऐसे मेरी फितरत नहीं है, मुझे एंड में बोलना ही होगा वरना मुझे खाना डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता. तो इट इज दैट कि इफ हाँ मतलब अगर आपके पास कोई पर्सनल ट्रेनर है तो यू नीड टू मेक इट श्योर, यू नीड टू हायर अ स्पोर्ट्स, अ क्लिनिकल एंड अ रजिस्टर्ड डाइटिशियन और न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट टू हेल्प यू विद द न्यूट्रिशन. अगर आपके पास कोई न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट है विच यू हैव हायर्ड, सो यू नीड टू मेक इट श्योर दैट you hire a personal trainer. Don't work out without a personal trainer. Don't eat without a guidance other than nutritionist. Yeah.
Now that you've had your last word, I will note that you always have your last word. Yes. ताकि आगे भी मैं ध्यान रखूं. Before that, we have another question. So, do we need to increase our protein intake in the pandemic situation? Firstly, I would just say, make sure that you're eating adequate amount of protein in this pandemic, because 80 to 90% people are not eating enough protein. Yes, there are zones which are not getting good, like class 1 protein, the non-veg, fish, chicken, eggs, and many of us don't enjoy a certain type of food, like a large chunk don't enjoy eating sprouts, don't enjoy eating dal, they're used to eating eggs. ऐसे वक्त पे there's a high chance that you compromise on your protein intake. First, make sure you're completing your basic intake for your day. That is more crucial, and try to include maximum class 1 protein. अगर नहीं होता है, very simple thing that I tell people is अगर आप class 2 protein use कर रहे हैं या vegetarian use कर रहे हैं sources, try and get a variety through your day. So if you're doing curds in one meal, go for dals in another, go for pulses in the other. That way you're getting a variety through the day. So you don't really need to increase your protein intake. There are, again, the other factors, people are binging. So that is not something we want. I've answered that question. Do you want to have a last word here also?
No, it's okay.
Okay. There's another question here from somebody. But sir, empty stomach cardio works for fat loss. That's an interesting one. You need to answer that. I've got that quite enough.
So, empty stomach cardio, I've heard a lot about it. If there are any kind of reference, यहाँ पे जो भी crowd है, अगर उनके पास questions है, मैं जो आंसर देता हूँ अगर वो डाइजेस्ट नहीं होता, I'm sorry, you need to bring a reference in. Reference यानी कि ऐसा कोई research हुआ है जो बोलता है कि empty stomach cardio works, because as per my knowledge, as far as I've studied, as far as my experiences, empty stomach cardio से fat loss होता है. Yes, होता है. तो वो तो after meal cardio से भी होता है. I didn't say cardio won't help you to lose your fats. Obviously, any kind of physical activity which spikes up your BMR, which will help you to lose your fats. But I think fat loss is more of cutting down of your macronutrients which you eat more. For an example, fats अगर आप ज्यादा खाते हो, आपका कंजम्पशन में फैट्स है, आपकी कंजम्पशन में कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स है, और आपकी रिक्वायरमेंट उतनी नहीं है फिजिकली, सो यू नीड टू कट डाउन योर मैक्रो, स्पेशली ऑन योर कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स और फैट्स जो आप ज्यादा खाते हो, तो आपका फैट लॉस अपने आप होगा. उसके साथ साथ ऑब्वियसली फिजिकल एक्टिविटी जरूरी है. अब किस टाइप की फिजिकल एक्टिविटी, वो सब हमें बात करनी पड़ेगी. आप कैसे प्रोफेशनल हो, आपकी लाइफस्टाइल कैसी है, उस हिसाब से फिजिकल एक्टिविटी हम डिजाइन करेंगे. जहां तक कार्डियो का सवाल है, एम्प्टी स्टमक कार्डियो फैट लॉस करता है, बट वो तो मील लेने के बाद आप कार्डियो करोगे तो भी फैट लॉस करेगा. सो फैट लॉस इज नॉट जस्ट अबाउट फिजिकल एक्टिविटी कि मैंने स्क्वाट्स कर दिए तो मेरा कार्डियो, तो मैंने स्क्वाट्स कर दिए तो मेरा फैट लॉस हो जाएगा, मैंने डेडलिफ्ट कर दिया तो मेरा फैट लॉस हो जाएगा, मैं मैराथन भाग रहा हूँ, मैं चल रहा हूँ, मैं उठ रहा हूँ, मैं बैठ रहा हूँ, मैं एम्प्टी स्टमक कार्डियो कर रहा हूँ तो फैट लॉस हो रहा है. फैट लॉस इज मोर अबाउट न्यूट्रिशन इज व्हाट आई बिलीव. हाँ, फिजिकल एक्टिविटी भी जरूरी है, लेकिन सिर्फ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी करते रहोगे और न्यूट्रिशन नहीं करोगे, so you won't be reaching to fat loss. You need to add something.
So basically, it's striking the right sort of balance between nutrition and your exercise that suits your body type. That's when you get your fat loss.
Right.
हर एक के लिए वो definition अलग होगा. You can't apply the same rule to everybody.
Right.
Thank you for giving me the last word. Okay, Akshay has a question for you. Sir, what's your call on high intensity interval training?
High intensity interval training call, as I said, high intensity interval training is anytime good. High intensity interval यानी कि intensity high रखना है, उसके बीच में interval रखना है. Intervals are two types. The one is resting interval, and that is active interval, and one is passive interval. Active interval यानी कि आप इंटरवल लेंगे हाई इंटेंसिटी से, यानी कि अगर 1 मिनट मैंने स्प्रिंट किया है फॉर एन एग्जांपल ट्रेडमिल के ऊपर, तो मैं 3 मिनट तक क्या करूंगा, ब्रिस्क वॉक करूंगा या फिर वॉक करूंगा. किसके ऊपर? ट्रेडमिल के ऊपर. तो वो क्या है, आई एम नॉट स्टॉपिंग एनी काइंड ऑफ फिजिकल एक्टिविटी, आई एम स्टिल डूइंग माई फिजिकल एक्टिविटी, और वापस 3 मिनट के बाद आई विल बी देयर विथ द ट्रेडमिल sprinting. That is known as high intensity interval training. High intensity interval training is very good when it comes to testosterone boosting for a temporary period of time. When it comes to boosting hormonal balances, it helps you to increase strength. It helps you to increase coordination reaction time. It helps you to increase bone mineral density. It helps you to increase speed. It's good for your mind. ये सारी चीजें is good for high intensity interval training. Again, लेकिन ये सुन के सबको high intensity interval training करनी नहीं चाहिए. क्यों? क्योंकि again जो भी करना है वो आपका फिटनेस प्रोफेशनल जो है वो डिसाइड करेगा अकॉर्डिंग टू योर गोल. बहुत सारी चीजें जाती है, कुछ भी करना हो तो अगर कुछ चीज अच्छी है तो करने नहीं लगना. क्यों? स्पेशली इन फिटनेस एंड न्यूट्रिशन, बिकॉज इट डिपेंड्स ऑन यू कि अगर आप कर पाओगे या नहीं. मैं बोलूंगा 200 किलो स्क्वाट्स मारना बहुत अच्छी चीज है, आपके क्वाड्राइसेप्स को टोन करेगा, आपकी लोअर बॉडी एज वेल एज फुल बॉडी को स्ट्रेंथन करेगा, आपका टेस्टोस्टेरोन बूस्ट करेगा. इसका मतलब सब 200 किलो स्क्वाट्स नहीं मार सकते. उसके लिए एक प्रोटोकॉल है, उसके लिए एक असेसमेंट है, जो करने के बाद अगर आप सक्षम हो, अगर आप केपेबल हो तो आप कर पाओगे, वरना आपको सालों साल भी लग सकते हैं.
Okay. I hope Akshay you've got your answer. I've got a question here. How do we calculate how much protein do I need? Now, for a general person, it's 0.8 normally that we use. But when it comes to someone who's into activities, who's doing sports, it could vary from 1.2 to 2 grams per kg of the body weight. But that totally depends on a lot of factors. So I just can't say that you would need this much amount of protein. It would depend totally upon the kind of activity you're doing, the intensity at which you're working out, the duration of your workout, your body type, your body composition, a lot of factors. So as to simply put it, for a sports person, 1.2 to 2 grams is what is the general rule that we follow. There's another question that's come up. Do we need to cut down total carbs, or do we need to keep an eye on quality of carbs? Actually, I would say look at the second aspect first. Keep an eye on the quality of the carbs. Go in more for complex carbs. When you consume a lot of complex carbs, you're going to be getting a satiety faster. A smaller quantity would be able to fill your tummy faster. So gradually, आपका portion control आने लगता है. Now, if you're someone who eats large quantity or don't have the ability to keep a check on the portion size, then cutting down total carbs from start would matter. But first thing first, look at the quality, then gradually look at cutting down. Yes, but the quality matters first. That's about the questions that I've got. Do you have any suggestions for basic home workouts that people can do at their home?
Basic home workouts which we can start is actually very complex again, because like I said, I always believe in testing and then checking out with the postures. Correct. And then starting the workout. But general guidelines अगर मैं बोलूँ तो we can start with some of the core workouts. Core as in लोगों को शायद थोड़ा कम समझ में आए, ज्यादा समझ में आए तो अच्छी बात है. आइसोमेट्रिक कॉन्ट्रैक्शन, आपको अपने कोर पे ज्यादा काम करना चाहिए. देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच इज नोन एज टीवी, ट्रांसवर्सेस एब्डोमिनल, which helps you to create balance in your body. So you can start with I can say a lightweight body workout, which I won't recommend because general guidelines workout के अंदर दे नहीं सकते. जैसे इससे पहले का क्वेश्चन का आंसर आपने दिया कि क्वालिटी ऑफ कार्ब्स ज्यादा मैटर करती है. सो इन न्यूट्रिशन ऑब्वियसली द क्वालिटी ऑफ मैक्रो और माइक्रो न्यूट्रिशन इज रियली इम्पोर्टेंट. I cannot give away a general guideline on working out because there might be a lot of problems in people's joint and movement pattern and postural assessment I need to do. There are a lot of postural disabilities. So ऐसे कोई specific workout नहीं है, कोई रामबाण इलाज नहीं है कि मैंने आपको दे दिया और you can start with the workout. But so yes, if you are doing some kind of workout you used to do in your gym, you can continue doing that.
Okay, just correlated to this question, this thing struck me. So right now, with the pandemic, people can't really go to the gyms and work out, mm-hmm. And a lot of now people are going online. I do a lot of online consultations, and I have my own assessment techniques and parameters where I do the assessment. So as a trainer, do you think that you can do that through online consultations? Does that work for you?
There are a lot of assessment we can do online, but it won't be complete. Agar complete online assessment karna hai, we need to do a offline physical assessment, because there are a lot of assessment named as plumb line assessment, jo aapka posture check karta hai. There are a lot of tests, जैसे पावर टेस्ट करना है, एंड्योरेंस टेस्ट करना है. बहुत सारी चीजों में वर्बल क्यूज, यानी मुझे उसे स्पॉट करना पड़ेगा बंदे को, उसे बताना पड़ेगा इस तरीके से ऐसे परफॉर्म करना है, वैसे करना है. आई नीड टू डू अ सर्कम्फ्रेंस ऑफ द बॉडी, यानी कि मेजरमेंट होता है, उसमें मैं फिजिकली प्रेजेंट होना चाहिए. सो देयर आर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स विच कैन नॉट बी डन ऑनलाइन. ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग कैन बी डन, बट ऑनलाइन असेसमेंट कैन नॉट बी डन. यानी कि एक बार मैं ऑफलाइन असेसमेंट कर लूं, उसके बाद मैं ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग दे सकता हूं, बट ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग कैन easily be done. Meanwhile
So
we have
basically, so it's
Dr.
pretty much, yeah, yeah.
Meanwhile we have Dr. Tahir Kudrati online. I need to just address him. Came cho doctor. Badhu theek?
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
continue.
just in, I mean, connection to what you said, even in nutrition, complete online consultation or assessment is quite difficult
Mm-hmm.
because we diagnose on a lot of parameters when you are
Mm-hmm.
meeting the patient or
Mm-hmm.
client face to
Mm-hmm.
face. So, I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the same limitation that you have when
Mm-hmm.
you're assessing them virtually.
Correct.
But, but considering the current situation, I think it's the need of the hour that we all move digital.
Yes, that's very important. In fact, I tell a lot of my trainer, fitness professional colleagues and friends ki now this is a time where you should start your online training. Online training
Correct.
क्यों? क्योंकि now this is new platform, this is in, everybody is relatively adapted since the pandemic has hit और सब लोग ऑनलाइन ट्रेनिंग दे सकते हैं. So what even I have started is, right now obviously I can't go for any physical assessment, but as the pandemic will end soon, hopefully I'll go to the client, I'll be doing the physical assessment, I'll be checking the reassessment, and then I'll be training them from my place if it's possible and if they need to do that, because traveling time बच जाएगा, आपकी energy बच जाएगी, lot of time will be saved.
Okay. There's another question here. What's your review on intermittent fasting? To be very honest, if you are born in India and you're following the routine and the food culture that we follow here, many of us just, try and finish our dinner by 6, 7. If you're a Jain, the sunrise, sunset rule. So if you look at it like that, we are actually in a way, already we have been practicing intermittent fasting. It's not a new concept. बस उसको foreign से नया नाम मिल गया है and it's come back with a lot of research and all. But this is the practice we have been following in India for a long time. Intermittent fasting has various benefits, but whether it suits you or no, that's a different question. Whether you can do it or no is a different question. So sometimes, some people can just go on the vagabond and just get the intermittent fasting done. The others take a lot of time to get into the 16/8 window and get the things done. So I think it all depends from person to person. But yes, overall intermittent fasting does has its own benefits. There's another question for you. Does muscle size affect leverage? Weightlifting.
Okay. So this is a very detailed question. All I can say right now is yes, the muscle size obviously affect the leverage. Not much, but yes. Like अगर आप ओलंपियंस की बात करोगे, मिस्टर ओलंपिया, और उनको तो बहुत ज्यादा अफेक्ट करता है. सर्कमफ्रेंस बढ़ने में बहुत टाइम लगता है, मसल डेंसिटी बढ़ने में बहुत टाइम लगता है, बट टेक्निकली इफ यू टॉक on the size of numbers, तो yes, muscle size do affect leverage. कैसे क्या, उस चीज के लिए आप मुझे DM करो अश्विन. Ashwin is basically my student, is very inquisitive and he craves very much, I mean, regarding the knowledge, so I like it. So you can DM me Ashwin regarding it. Yeah, he is pretty much like us. You can DM me, we'll talk about it. यहाँ पर क्या हो जाएगा, बहुत ज्यादा कॉम्प्लेक्स हो जाएगा और गीक हो जाएगा, और जो 10 लोग ऑनलाइन है वो भाग जाएंगे. Right now we'll talk about general guidelines and in general awareness rather than talking geek fitness and nutrition.
But I'll tell you a little secret, Ashwin. If you're curious and you're always asking, you'll go a long way. Keep that mind inquisitive and keep asking. You'll always grow big. That's the first step, to become big. So just stay curious as you are and keep asking the questions. There's another question here on mangoes.
There are a lot of people who are waving. Imani Shah said, hi Hardik. The Ashu Sharma Ashu is saying big fan, sir. I'm also a big fan of yours, sir. Your training and ethics. Thank you for the compliment. Yeah. Questions.
Mango is fattening, but it's a seasonal fruit which contains vitamin B12 as well. So, what do you recommend on if one should avoid mangoes when on weight loss or suggest the quantity? I don't think you need to avoid anything. It all actually depends on what's your goal and what's your current health status. If there are a lot of complications, then only in that case, I say avoid mangoes completely. Otherwise, you can have mangoes and still go into weight loss. You just need to know how to eat it, when to eat it, and how much to eat it.
जो एक
You
न्यूट्रिशनिस्ट
can,
ही बता पाएगी.
yes. But to put it simply, yeah, in Indian culture, like you go to see what problem we do when it comes to mangoes is rather than enjoying it as a mango, we'll sit and make ras out of it. When you're doing the ras procedure, you're adding in sugar to balance out the flavors. Then you're eating it with a deep fried puri or a roti and the rest of the complete meal. That becomes a problem. So, first thing first, just enjoy it as a fruit and have a fruit as an individual snack. That would save a lot of your hard work, and that is the first step that you have to do. And portion size is very important. एक बोला तो इतना बड़ा आम वाला एक नहीं होना चाहिए. एक होना चाहिए. There's a medium sized mango that would go as a snack. So nothing is wrong. In fact, I promote eat seasonal, go seasonal, because that is what you require in that season. बस portion control जरूरी है.
I would like to add is I would like to add is कि you don't need to cut down on any of the macro या फिर किसी भी तरीके का food other than fried food or food which are toxic. Okay, यहाँ पर आपको ध्यान रखना है even if you are eating something, उन लोगों को ही पाबंदी या restrictions होता है जिनको कोई medical condition हो या फिर कोई competitive sports या body building में हो या फिर कोई sports person हो. Otherwise, if you are a lay or not someone who is into a competitive sports or you are obese या फिर आपको कोई medical condition है, you can enjoy a bit यानी कि for an example if you talk about mango, even if you are obese, you can have one or two pieces, small pieces, cubes I'm talking about, if you need to just satisfy your taste, but that's it. You don't need to stop as such.
Yeah, so that's the reason I said first change the eating pattern. Learn to enjoy it as a fruit. Then you go on to reducing the portion size and then you go on to reducing it. So you don't need to eliminate it completely. बस उसको कब खाना है, कैसे खाना है, ये थोड़ा सा change कर लो, बहुत हो जाएगा. There's another question. How can we find food allergy? Is there any test for it? We do have a lot of food allergy tests. Firstly, if you've eaten any particular food and you've instantly had some reaction, rashes, swelling, some sort of bleeding, that's allergy. You need to know whether you have an allergy or intolerance. You get both the tests available here. In fact, you have genetic testing also done for that. So lot of labs are there, in fact. So it's not a very difficult thing. Like when I was growing up, I have a lot of food allergies and I had to learn it with trial and error. इससे rashes आ गया तो फिर पता चल गया food allergy है. Unlike today we have tests which are easily available. Next question is generally people ask, is chapati healthy for weight loss? There's not one single food that's going to really help you in weight loss. It's just a combined and a holistic approach. Like Hardik mentioned, it's always the physical workout, the mental health, and the diet that plays an important role. And there's no food that is good or bad. Every food has its own role that has to play, and it's the relation of the food with your health condition. So something that is good for me may not be good for you. That has to be analyzed on an individual basis. So overall, if you see, chapati is good unless you have gluten or wheat allergies. or gluten intolerance, but otherwise there's not a big issue, I think, with that. You can't really say that it's good for weight loss. In fact, I would say go millets. Millets are more local to India. Wheat is not a Indian grain per se, as per the food historians here. So millets are the in thing. You should go in for those. The next question is fiber, hype, or hope? Ketogenic and carnivorous nutrition have changed the scenario. Okay. I've not really understood the question.
I think
But
the guy is trying to say is the fiber hype overhyped or it's a good hope? मतलब अच्छी चीज है या बुरी चीज है fiber? Is I think he is trying to say, and then he is trying to say is
fiber,
ketogenic and carnivorous nutrition have changed a lot of scenario. That's just a normal statement. That's not a question, I think, because
okay.
पीछे question mark नहीं exclamation mark है.
Fiber, like anything else, is like a double-edged sword. It is important. It's very, very important in your health journey. Eating extra is also going to be a problem, but you need to have good amount of fiber. What I see in my day-to-day consultation is people are not having enough fiber. If they like non-veg, they are just binging on non-veg. If they like dals, they are just binging on dal, and they completely eliminate one food group, that's fruits and vegetables. And I don't know why people really don't enjoy fruits and vegetables. That's the main source of your fiber there. So fiber, as per me, is very important. It has to be taken, and it has to be taken in a certain quantity, in a certain way. There are also types of fiber, and each fiber has a different role to play in your body. So you need a variety of fiber. And as far as ketogenic and carnivorous nutrition, yes, it has changed the scenario. But then even our eating patterns in India have changed, right? India earlier was predominantly a vegetarian country. Today, a lot of people eat non-veg. And that is why it's become a part, and that's only related to carnivorous. And ketogenic food, I think it's like a wave. It's a tidal wave. The fad has come, it will go on, and gradually it will wither off. We'll just have to wait and watch.
I think why he is asking, I know him, Anas Makba. Hi Anas. He might be asking because some teachers in our industry says fiber is not necessary. क्योंकि हम लोग आदि मानव से तो fiber नहीं खाते, तो हमें fiber नहीं खाना चाहिए.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
The next question is, what is intermittent? It is intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is basically when you're not, जैसे हम हिंदू में उपवास करते हैं, it's exactly like that. You're fasting. But हम लोग कैसे उपवास करते हैं जहाँ पे fruits खाते हैं, potato chips खाते हैं, ये सब खाते हैं. Intermittent fasting is complete fasting when you're not having anything except liquids like water or like maybe black coffee, green tea, those kind of things which don't really have calories. And this fasting window, जैसे हम लोग उपवास में पूरा दिन जब तक चांद नहीं आता तब तक हम लोग उपवास मेंटेन करते हैं. Intermittent fasting, we calculate on number of hours. So it could be a 16-8 window. It could be a 5-2 type of intermittent fasting. There are various types of intermittent fasting. And fasting is good. If you can do it, it is great. But I have seen a lot of people who cannot do it. They cannot control their hunger. There are a lot of people who eat smaller quantity of food, जिनको बार बार भूख लगती है और वो उस लिमिट के आगे नहीं खा सकते. ऐसे लोगों के लिए intermittent fasting नहीं हो सकता unless they have a lot of mental control. I think we've answered all of the questions. And we are almost up on the time also. Would you like to have a last word, sir?
No, ma'am. Don't call me sir, please.
I'm just teasing you.
Yeah, I have a question actually. how to handle the nutrition in such pandemic situation. There are people who are truly carnivorous और बहुत सारे लोग हैं who eats non-veg, who only relies on non-veg, who only relies on protein, especially a lot of fitness professional or people who are trying to be into the fitness regime. They were religiously into fitness, they were religiously into nutrition, and at the same time coincidentally now they found कि हम घर के बाहर नहीं निकल पाएंगे, हम डिपार्टमेंटल स्टोर्स में चिकन लेने एग्स लेने जा नहीं पाएंगे, बहुत सारी जगहों पर नॉनवेज नहीं मिल रहा है. There are a lot of people who have to technically, because of fitness, rely on non-vegetarian sources of food, and there are a lot of people who crave for non-veg. तो इन लोगों के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं या किस तरीके से मैनेज कर सकते हैं इमोशनल हंगर पैंग्स या फिर रिक्वायर्ड थिंग्स, जैसे कि नॉनवेज की बहुत रिक्वायरमेंट है लेकिन मेरे डाइट में, लेकिन मैं खा नहीं सकता. सो आप क्या कर सकते हो इस केस में, आपको क्या करना चाहिए?
Firstly, we need to understand this is a phase of survival. We have to survive this phase. So you need to make use of whatever is available. I do understand the part of craving and what is needed, but here is what is available. तो once you make a mental peace कि अभी मेरे पास इतना ही है और मुझे इससे चलाना है काम, it becomes easier. Yes, now with the changing government rules, there are good non-vegetarian options coming up. The shops are opening up. There are fish deliveries happening at people's places in a hygienic manner. You can opt in for that in cities like Mumbai. In rural areas, trust me, it is not available. It is not. Non-veg का तो दूर तक नामो निशान नहीं है. There are people who've not had it for like 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. But then, like, that's the reason I said, कि you have X number of resources. Now make do of those to the best of your extent. Make your vegetarian preparations in such a way that you don't miss out on the taste factor and you don't crave. You can make your vegetarian dishes as tasty as chicken or mutton or meat. Of course, they will not replace them in terms of taste or the protein quality, but taste is if what you are craving for. You can make a lot of things. You can make seekh kebabs out of soy rather than going on and making it out of meat. And they taste as good as this. In fact, this brings me to a point. Just before a lockdown, a lot of companies had approached me. They were going to introduce vegetarian meat into our industry, in our field. Imagine, so अपनी vegetarian sources है जो meat को replace कर सकते हैं, not protein wise, but in terms of taste and texture. So अगर if you're craving really that meat thing, soy chunks is a good option. Varna, if you are in a city like Mumbai, there are people delivering fish, chicken and all, and you can go in for that. So
what option? Continue. There's some problem with the sync, so मुझे लगा आवाज बंद होगी तो मैं शुरू हो गया. Tell me.
नहीं बोलो ना.
So what about the people who do not get non-veg or non-veg is not available and they have to rely on the vegetarian protein? Not even the animal source, as in पनीर भी अगर नहीं मिल रहा है, meat और fish, chicken तो भूल जाओ, पनीर भी नहीं मिल रहा है.
It's going to get over in 10 seconds. Quickly to answer, like I said, add variety in your meal. If it's curd in the morning, dal